Welcome to Dark Knight Films Reviews and another Hammer Productions night. Tonight, I will be reviewing Frankenstein Created Woman, released in 1967. Frankenstein Created Woman stars Peter Cushing, Susan Denberg, Thorley Walters, Robert Morris, Peter Blythe, Derek Fowlds, and Barry Warren. Frankenstein Created Woman was directed by Terence Fisher. This one was written by John Elder. John Elder was a pseudonym sometimes used by Anthony Hines. And to me, this one is one of the better of Hammer's Frankenstein films. When I first started watching this one for the first time, I wasn't sure whether I was going to like it or not. I thought that this was just a way of getting a female creature or some shit, and everything. And I just thought it was just like, God, don't do that. But as I watched the movie, it became so intriguing with the script, the well-written script by John Elder. And of course, Terence Fisher is always such a great filmmaker. He directs these films with such style and such grace that they were just so good. And of course, Peter Cushing playing Victor Frankenstein is just so perfect. He brings such elegance and style to that role. Susan Denberg as Christina Cleave is really good in this film. I mean, she's really good when she's this sad, half disfigured girl with half of her face is damaged and everything. But the character of Hans, played by Robert Morris, is in love with her. And he doesn't care that her face is messed up or anything. Because he still finds her beautiful. And she is. But these assholes, Anton, Johann, and Carl, played by Peter Blythe, Derek Fowlds, and Barry Warren, are just constantly hanging around the bar area that Christina's father owns, and just constantly just berating her and picking on her. And Hans tries to defend her and look out for her because he's in love with her. It ends badly, though, when these dipshits end up killing her father. And they end up making it look like Hans was the one that killed him. And so he was framed for it. And he's put on trial, basically, for it. Victor Frankenstein tries to come to his defense, as does his assistant, Thorley Walters, a character of Dr. Hertz. But they don't listen, and they have him executed. And when he is executed, Christina ends up killing herself. Victor ends up getting both bodies and decides to take Hans's soul and transfer it into Christina's body. And then he does a surgery on her to change her face and fix her disfigurement. She comes out of it, with different color hair, but equally as beautiful as she was before, just without the disfigurement. But she's controlled by Hans. His vengeance of wanting revenge on Anton, Johann, and Karl leads him to take over Christina's body and have her murder each one of them one by one. So it becomes a more of a revenge film than it does a regular Frankenstein film. And that's probably why I really like this one, because I really do like really good revenge films. That's one of my reasons why I really love The Crow as a film, because it's such a great revenge film. It's the reason I had an issue with Death Wish, because, Death Wish, you've got the setup for a really good revenge plot, and they never used it. They had him going after some random criminals. Savage Streets was another good revenge film that I've already reviewed on this channel. But this one, it was just so well executed with the way that Hans takes over her body and uses her to kill them.
Kill him, Christina.
Using her sexuality to pull them in and lure them in, and then boom, kill them. It was just so good, so well written, so well put together by Terence Fisher, and the script was just top notch from John Elder. Well acted all around the board. It's just sad that Susan Denberg never went on to do much more after this film, because I thought she was amazing in this film. I thought she was really good. She's very likable. She's very natural. So yeah, it's just a shame she never went on to anything greater after this one. Thorley Walters normally is playing the bumbling sidekick character, and in this he's kind of like that, but it's not. Terence Fisher kind of holds back on making him a total bumbling fool like he plays in some of his other films that he plays in. But Thorley Walters is fun in those kind of roles, but I don't think it would have had a good place in this film. So whenever I saw he was in this, I was worried that he was going to have that weird, goofy comic relief kind of thing, and I was happy that they held that back and let him just play a character this time with Dr. Hertz. But yes, this is one of the best Frankenstein films from Hammer. I believe, in my opinion, I think this one is the probably the second best, in my opinion, in the series, next to Curse of Frankenstein. So I'm going to give this film, I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10. This is one of the best films in this series. And, it is just so well executed. But what do you guys think of it? Do you agree with my review of this film? Do you disagree? Were you against the whole having a female creature, or whatever, if you want to call it that? Did you think it was overdone doing that with a female in there instead of a male monster or male creature or whatever. Let me know in the comments down below. And as usual, if you like this video, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that bell icon so you can be notified about future videos. And don't forget to click on that join button, if you haven't already, to become a member, become a Dark Knight fan. Click on the join button on this page or on my main page to get more info on it. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed tonight's Hammer Productions night, and I hope you will join me tomorrow for another action movie night. Till then, thanks for watching.